Hi there! Welcome back to Sage Greets. I'm Sage, and today, well, it's been a little while, so let's talk. So, I know it's been a little while. I've posted some shorts here and there, but it's been a little while since I've done an actual video, so I wanted to update y'all and get back to it. So, yeah. How have you guys been? It's been a little while since I've sat and filmed something where I had to talk. I have the house all to myself, so nobody to interrupt me except the cats, so we shall see on that one. So life has been pretty crazy lately. I got engaged, so me and my fiance are getting married hopefully next year, sometime in October is what we're planning on, so we'll see how that goes. I'm excited. We've been together for a little while now. It just felt right. We've talked about getting engaged for a little while now, and he proposed when we were on a camping trip with some friends. We had some other friends, our roommate and his girlfriend, come, and they brought the ring and they surprised me, and then he, when I turned around, was on one knee. So yeah, we caught it all on video. It's super cute. If I get permission, I'll go ahead and post that. If not, sorry. Liam, my fiance, he doesn't really like to be on camera much, so if you guys see him, be blessed. He's super cute. I love him a lot. Obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be getting married to him. Yeah, so that happened in August. Was it August? Was it July? It was July. Time has gone by so weird lately. Yeah, it was July 20th or the 19th. I can't remember what day. I'd have to look at the calendar. So we got engaged on the 19th. It was on the Saturday. I couldn't remember if the 19th was the Friday or the Saturday, and I knew it was the Saturday. So we got engaged on July 19th. Did camping that weekend, had to go back to work on Monday. As per usual, back to business. Sorry if this one's gonna be a little scattered. My thoughts are all over the place. I've been cleaning, probably manic or something like that. I was cleaning all day yesterday, couldn't sit still for longer than like 10-15 minutes, long enough for me to scroll on my phone and get back to something. But now that the house is mostly clean, I'm waiting for dishes to dry before I can do some more. Couple other things that I need to do still, but I don't have the motivation currently, so we are filming a video. Yeah, so sorry if this is a little all over the place. It might be a bit of a longer video in that regard, so stick with me if you would like some background noise a little bit. I might put a little bit of a project in here. I've got a couple sitting here that I've finished recently over the past week, because since we've been back from that trip, I have not really worked on hardly anything. Life has been crazy busy, like I said. Just adulthood, it gets to you. But I am hoping that September is a turning point for me. I've already finished 2 things. I'm going to show you 3 that I've made. The one is probably the last thing that I made after that trip, before I took a little hiatus. So I will show you that. I'll show you the project that I believe I had taken with me on that trip, maybe. Yeah, so all in due time, if you stick with me, we will get through to all of those projects and you'll get to see what I've been doing lately. I've been doing a lot of color work with knitting and crochet as well. Yeah, so let's get to it. So we are all settled into the new place. We moved end of June, early July, into a house from an apartment. And me and my fiance have a roommate as well, so he takes about half the house, we take the other half, and we share the communal spaces, all that kind of jazz. They're brothers, essentially, best friends. They've known each other for years. This is me just looking around at all the things I need to clean. This is kind of my craft corner. I've got a table with a lamp and a bunch of project bags that I need to clean up. I've got a bunch of books and things too, so don't mind me. Alright, let me put this guy over here and I'll show you what I recently finished. Not recently, this is the project I did before my hiatus. It is a knit cowl. It's got the lesbian colors. This is my first attempt at color work with knitting. I do have a lot of flaws in it. It is a little tighter than I would have expected. I don't know if that's just me not carrying long enough floats or if it's the yarn or what. I do think this turned out a little tighter. As you can see, like the ribbon kind of goes outwards compared to the body of it, because this doesn't really stretch as much. Here are my floats if you're curious on that, or if you have any tips or anything. These are how they're looking. Yeah, so I think they're a little tight is what I would guess. Yeah, let's move on. Next, I have the first item that I finished after my little break. I love this thing. I had inspiration to make something like this with fall coming up in September, and I have a Pride Market that I'm doing at the end of this month, or mid to end this month, September 20th. I'm going to be at Columbia City for Pride Fest, so if you are local to the Northeast Indiana location, that's where I'll be. So since it's for Pride, I had to do rainbows. This thing is great. If you haven't seen it already, I did a short about it. So you can go and watch that if you would like. I'm gonna here, I'll put it on real quick. Look how comfy this thing is. Oh, and it's got pockets. Here's the hood. This thing is huge. My friend told me it looks kind of like a Jedi sort of shape because of how big it is. Yeah, if you watch the short, you'll be able to see the back of it. I will insert some photos now. So I will show you the next one. This I finished in literally 2 days. It's a lot of yarn. It's like a little mini blanket. But I finished this thing in 2 days because I just couldn't stop. I haven't worked on anything in a couple of days now, but when the inspiration was striking, I went for it. So here's the rainbow one, and then this one. It's probably gonna be a fan favorite for some of you, I would bet. This one is the Beetlejuice one. Again, it's got the pockets. I love the colors. This green here on the edges and the stripes here is, I believe, slime from the Big Twist line. I only have one skein left of it, this was part of that skein, and I'm scared to run out because I love it so much. But I know Big Twist is going to be in stores and such at some point, and you can purchase it online on different websites now. But I haven't seen this particular color. It's not one that they had all the time, I know. This one's a little bit bigger. If I was standing, you could see it's longer and everything, but again, super cozy, super comfy. It's got the pockets, huge enough for your phone to fit in there. You could honestly fit a small notebook if you really wanted to. And it's got the hood again. This one turned out a little bit different on the hood. Pretty much the same, it's just a little bit smaller, I think. But yeah, that's everything that I have been working on lately, or that I've finished lately, I should say. Let me, after I fold this up here, show you what I've been working on. So this bag, which is adorable, by the way, buy me ramen and tell me I'm pretty. It's so cute. Got it from Joann's, I'm pretty sure, for like $2. But in it is the knitting project that I've been working on. Make sure it doesn't come off the needle here. Get back on there. I must have paused this when I didn't mean to, because typically I'll pull it off the needles a little bit. Or put the pointers on, but I did not. So I was a little dumb with this one. I know how to fix it. I feel like it's gonna be fine. But this is for my fiance. I'm hoping that the sweater curse does not get me. If you guys don't know what that is, the sweater curse is when you knit or crochet, or I don't know if it applies to anything outside of knit and crochet, because I would assume sewing would be a little bit different, and you also don't typically do sweaters. But when you make a sweater for your significant other, the sweater will not be completed before your relationship ends. Like, it'll kill your relationship, sort of thing, is the curse. But I'm hoping that's not true. We're planning on getting married. I started this after that, but I've had the yarn for a little while. I've planned on working on this. I started a couple times, couldn't get it right. It probably just wasn't the right time for me. But I finally cast on the collar. It worked. I think I did the long tail cast on as well, which I've never done before, so that was pretty cool. I'll probably keep doing that, to be honest. But I'm doing two different colors here, right? It is going to be the raglan style, so it's going to have the red for the front and back, and then this black is going to be the sleeves and the collar. So you can kind of see the vision here. The problem is, when I was going around, I couldn't find a way. Like, I had to Google it, went deep into some Reddit threads and stuff, and I found someone that had done this kind of style, and what they did is, let me see where my marker is here. So I have 3 different stitch markers that look like this shape here, and then I have this little flower one. The flower represents the break in the round. So it's knitted in the round, but it's flat in the sense that you do one way, turn your work, and you work the other way, and you keep doing that back and forth. And then eventually I will seam this up, and that's just until you combine the sleeves and the body's all the one red color, which I'm maybe halfway there. It's been a pain in my butt doing it this way because I don't like doing purls the entire way around. I'd rather just knit the whole thing, but that's just me. That's me complaining. But yeah, I will be seaming that hole up. The problem is that I started off having a hole in every color section because I couldn't figure out how to carry the yarn to where, like, you fold it over each other a little bit when you cross the 2 colors to make sure that they actually cross. Like this bit here, you can see it's actually connected and everything, but then there's the hole. So I have that hole all the way around until that point. And then, of course, the opening here that I will have to sew up, which is fine. I know I can do it. I'll just take a little bit of black probably, go in there, do a mattress stitch, or I'm not sure actually if I'll do a mattress stitch because it doesn't look like I quite can. I don't know. I will figure it out once I finish with the body, is probably when I'll start doing that. Or when I go to do the sleeves. I'll get to that point. But yeah, that's as far as I've gotten with it. It's pretty far for me. I've done 2 sweaters now. Both of them are kind of cropped. One of them is actually cropped. The other one is just accidentally short. This will be my 3rd sweater that I make. And yeah, I haven't worked on this one in a little while. Currently, I am on the purl row. That makes sense. That's why I stopped midway through. Yeah. So that is the Southwest sweater, I believe. I will put the pattern for that down in the description below for you, because I am following a pattern for the raglan style and for the collar and everything. The only thing I'm doing different is the color work, like I explained. The other project that I'm working on is in the box lunch bag. This one I actually ended up getting for free from Box Lunch because I have no idea where the bag is currently, but I got one of their larger cream tote bags that say Box Lunch, and it's got the pocket on the front. And they ended up, the lady that was checking me out, I had asked the price of that one, got it and everything, and when she was ringing me out, she was like, "We have a bunch of these, do you want one?" And I was like, yes, I use them as project bags. I swear every single tote bag that we have, or a little bag like this that's big enough for like 2-3 skeins of yarn, is big enough for a project bag, even if it's smaller than that. That ramen one fits a lot of yarn, and it's one of the smaller reusable bags that you find. But anyways, in this one I've got a project for my friend Savannah. We are doing, oh, let me not take the stitches out of that. One moment. There we are. So this one is the Wild Oleander Hooded Scarf, I believe, by Wickedly Handmade. This one's going to be in the trans colors, as you can see. I'm not doing the typical flag, I'm just doing the 3 colors repeating. She said she likes the colors and everything. I did more of the pastel versus like just blue, pink, and white. I did like the baby blue, the pastel pink, that sort of thing. Haven't gotten very far on that one, but I told her I would get to working on that in September at some point. That way she has it for when she goes biking and stuff like that. She'll have it to wear to cover her head and everything from the wind. So yeah, that's everything I've been working on lately. Other than a couple of bandanas. I did do a little bit of inventory prep for the market that I have later this month. Yeah. I've gotten a lot of yarn. I purchased a bunch from Michael's this past week, and I just got it in the mail the other day. I ended up getting a bunch of Pound of Love from Lion Brand. I got the white and black of that, and I was ordering it through Michael's, so I ended up getting the loops and thread, the classic acrylic, whatever, basic yarn colors that they have, and a couple of different colors that I was missing for different pride flags. So I can finally do the lesbian flag. I'm super excited about that. I know when I did this cowl, it used the Big Twist lesbian color. I believe the color was Spirit for this one. And sorry, I just love the way this works, and I wanted it to work so much better. Maybe I carried the yarn wrong. I don't know. But that one is a self-striping yarn. It's variegated, so it automatically goes through all of the colors with just one skein of yarn. You don't have to worry about interchanging the different colors like I did for all of these. Each of these is a different skein of yarn, a different color, so I had to figure out how to weave in all the ends and make sure it doesn't fall apart. Yeah, thank you for letting me ramble on. I think that is going to be it for today's video. I don't really have anything else to talk about except for future plans, which I believe is going to be in another video, because that is going to be a very long video. So I will leave you here. Thank you again for watching. If you would like to see more content from me, see more videos and everything, my social media is all down below. Feel free to subscribe to the channel here if you would like to see more videos and stuff specifically. I do make shorts more often. You'll tend to find them also on TikTok and on Instagram. I have reels on there. So I'm kind of all over the place on the internet. Feel free to find me, like I said, down below in the description. I'll have all my social medias. If you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button. Leave a comment if you have any suggestions for videos I could do in the future. Anything that I mentioned during this video that you have any questions or comments on, feel free to leave that down below as well. And yeah, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.